All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They send a man in motion. 3rd and short, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A toss now to Robinson. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. And on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first. Shotgun snap, they give to Robinson. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they're thinking points. Running back sent in motion. Daniels from the pistol. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He's on the move. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Finds a man, Adam Troutman has it. And there'll be a midfield here as he gets out of bounds. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you can take the will away from your opponent.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Broncos with a 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. It's inside the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. Running right, it's Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
I know they say it any time he comes up with an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Nix off the play action. He rolls to his right. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Nix from the gun. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally tackle him after a huge gain. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On first down, here's Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Daniels on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. He smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away. It's second down. Again, Daniels to the air. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure or get that first down anyway.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket.
Bro, come on, bro.
That's P.J. Locke.
He got stuck. He was open.
This gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Damn.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a bad interception, bro. Terrible.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight.
Terrible.
And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Man, you come down in this big dumbass package.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Play made by Deron Payne. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That call right there was all about setting up an easier third down. Sure, you could have potentially gotten the first down, Kate, but now you've opened up your playbook on third down that much more.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That finds Vele.
That's my
complete.
pick.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there, and that'll be good for a Denver first. Throwing here, Nix. Cut by Sutton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. Working inside the red zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
First and 10 are under Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Play fake here, Daniels.
He wide open. Let me throw the ball.
That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't
Come
lead to
on,
his
bro.
first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this at the 19. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Nick's with it on first. And the Commanders get home, they drop in. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Trying again, following the sack. He lets one fly deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So they're left facing third and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
What?
They left him wide open. It's complete.
How the fuck you get that open?
The Broncos now trail by just a point in the fourth. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those
you get
wheels,
that
and he
open?
did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone.
I can't believe I threw that pick at the end of half.
So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Connects on the crosser. Hits some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Complete, it's McLaurin. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Commanders going for the win here. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pass it down close. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal. They motion the slot man right. Here's Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up.
You don't call no timeouts.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Here he is to throw. On the move, hit it right. And look at the footwork there. touchdown! The Commanders jump in front late. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's get back to our shit.
First and 10 now from the 30. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw.
What?
Catch made, and he got both feet in. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He'll look to throw it. It's on the in route. And they hold him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially no timeouts for him. It's first down. Setting up to pass. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
I like that, okay? That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They kick the running back in motion. Nix again on second and 10. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. Nix looking to throw. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the tooth.
So now, here's third and goal. Throwing now. Buying some time right. And they pull it off. Touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime. For a win right here, our table. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game
I'm
back
going
up.
for it.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So here come the Broncos. Big spot now as they try for 2. They'll throw again. Nix. This
What?
is caught. Oh, he gets them 2 points, and with those, they've got the lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniels. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big
You
tight ends.
trash, bitch ass nigga. Shut up. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
No connection on the last play.
Shut your
And
bitch
on
ass
third
up,
down.
nigga. You trash. Trying to hear that
Final
shit.
shot here.
You bitch ass nigga. You
Slowly
scared.
left, buying some time.
Talking like you like
Bit
that.
of
Shut
desperation
your bitch
on this
ass
thing.
up.
It's intercepted.
Pussy ass nigga. Shut your bitch ass up,
Sertan
nigga.
has